You are entering the Poirsha Fit experience of holistic wellness. Your mental and physical health are now your number one priority. Guided by the wisdom of our ancestors, of mindfulness practices, and using food as our medicine. Healing ourselves naturally is our daily mantra. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Poirsha with the Poirsha Fit podcast. It is season 2. I think this is episode 2. We are still in the midst of the fires, but I think now things are calming down as far as everyone's minds here. It has been a struggle for all of us. I'll speak for my personal life as being a fitness instructor, training in the gym at Equinox, and I teach at multiple Equinox locations. And it just feels like the members and my coworkers who are other fitness instructors, we've all been going with the flow, and I felt very connected with my colleagues, and I felt so connected with my clients. I'm just texting my clients, checking in. Many of them had to evacuate. One great thing that's happened is that Equinox really stepped up, and our clients who canceled on us because they're not living close by, they are able to pay us for those sessions. So I'm like, really? That's a nice little perk. So that's been great. Also, I've just been seeing people really helping out my mom and my sister. They went out getting food for the firefighters. They drove to Pasadena to take bags of food. Bags of clothes out to Pasadena to help. Yeah, thank you. We need people's prayers. Also, my podcast peeps, this is my first time going live with my podcast. I told you all that I've been in a podcasting group to make millions of dollars podcasting. I've been in this group for a few months, and right now the wave is going live. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm live on Instagram right now as I'm recording, so I get to see people's comments. But yes, the people, we do need prayers. We do need as many people that are willing to help, to be thinking about these people who have literally lost everything. My parents, they found out that I think 3 of their friends' homes burned up in the Altadena fires. Of course, I have clients who know people who had their homes burned. My mom, actually, when she was in high school, their house burned. It didn't burn down, but it burned like everything, starting from the lint trap in the dryer that caught fire. And she said it just went up in there, starting in the garage, and then just spread. One thing she said, a family friend, my mom wasn't there, ran into my mom's bedroom, and he was able to grab just a handful of clothes for my mom back when she was in high school. And she said that was it. So she knows what it feels like to have lost like everything and to have to start over. My mom's a marriage and family therapist, and she's a beautiful human being inside and out. She went this weekend. She was doing a lot. She was on the phone. I'm driving to Pasadena. I'm helping with this and that. And she's giving grief counseling and just all of these things. I'm like, oh, Mom, you can get some new clients. It's like, no, like this is a free thing that I'm offering to these people. It's like, of course. So people are really helping out. And it's a good thing. Um, we have to remember that these people are people. No matter if I've seen a little bit of these celebrities having their homes burned and people kind of being a little bit like, oh, well, like they have money, they can purchase another one. What about the people who don't have money to buy another? But it doesn't matter what economic background you come from, you have a life and it's full of your stuff, and you never want it to just burn up out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden you have no home to go to, you have nothing, and you have to start over. Starting over is hard, no matter how much or how little money you have. We all have sentimental connections to our things. Not saying that's a good thing, but it is what it is. I think it's a human thing. I'll tell you, you can see my plants behind me. I love my plants. My plants they're my babies. I call them my plant babies. I'm their plant mom. I love my plants. And what I said last episode is that I love that plants can be passed down through generations. These plants, not this Sabrina, this is my Sabrina. I don't remember, I probably bought her, but the ones up top, those are all from cuttings from my mom's plants. And so my grandma passed down some plants. This one, my cheese plant, this is named after my grandma who passed away in 2015. So I was able to get a cutting from my mom, and now she has so many shoots, and it's like I get to still experience my grandma and my mom through my plants. And honestly, I would be devastated if my plant babies burned up in that fire. I'm not going to lie. And I have no shame because I love them. So it's just having compassion and trying to put yourself in the position of somebody else so that you can remember that you're human, they're human, we're all experiencing very similar emotions. That's the feeling of having things and the excitement and the comfort, and then loss and having to change your whole life around. Where are they going to be living? Where are they going to stay? I just found out from somebody that even though these people's homes burned down, they still have to pay their mortgage. That's crazy. That's wild. But we're all, I would say, band together. One of my students just texted me earlier because these winds are really, really crazy again. And it's like, oh no, not this again. They texted me that they felt like they were smelling smoke, and hopefully there's no fires again. So we're all just in the valley, just kind of a little bit on edge, on alert, not really feeling like normal. Not normal. And there's also this little guilty feeling of, I know people didn't want to post for the past 2 weeks, and I didn't really want to either, and didn't really, because it feels like, why are you posting at a time where people are going through the worst nightmares that they could imagine, and not to forget that people died in these fires. So we're all feeling guilty, like, I don't want to post anything. But the question is, like, do we put our life on hold because of it? Should we feel guilty? I don't know. I don't know how we're supposed to feel. And anyway, who's supposed to tell us who's supposed to do anything? We're in charge of our emotions. We're in charge of ourselves. We decide how we feel, and just being honest with how we feel, I think, is going to help us to heal and get through what's going on with these fires. Yeah. So, as I mentioned, I didn't post anything. What I missed out on was I was doing a 90-day challenge. I wanted to challenge myself physically. And I created a 90-day challenge for myself where, if you have been under a rock and you don't even know what I've been doing, shame on you. But I challenged myself starting October, I think it was October 3rd, because 90 days would take me through the end of that year, 2024. I was doing kettlebell workout and jump roping for 90 days straight. Full disclosure, I may have missed 3 days total. Dispersed here and there. I know for sure one day was like earlier on in the first 2 weeks when the scheduling was off. I remember another day I didn't time my food properly to where I was just too full to do any jump roping. I couldn't do it. And it was already like 9 p.m. at night. So I was like, all right, that's an L. And then another day, I think, I kind of like injured myself for a day. So I needed to chill on that. But anyway, I for those 90 days, I set goals for myself and I literally crushed my goals beyond anything that I could have imagined for myself. And I'm so proud of myself and I wanted to talk about it now. Okay, so first things first, I was training with kettlebells. So if you don't know, I was in a workshop through Strong First. If you guys look them up, they're like the leading trainers of kettlebells. And Equinox has partnered up with Strong First to have to be certify us to be kettlebell Strong First trainers. So I did 2 workshops of that. They're very strict. So we have to use 16 kilograms, women, my size. I think the weight, you have to be I think I can remember, there's a certain weight that you are. If you're at this weight, then you have to, swing this amount. So my weight is 16 kg, which is 35 pounds. So the ultimate of the test is I have to be able to do 100 swings in how many minutes? 5 minutes? Snatches. So take it through my legs and up, legs and up. 100 of those in 5 minutes. That's going to be killer. So I've been working on my kettlebells to get strong enough to be able to do that certification. I heard it's coming up in April. We'll see. But I've been working on it, like I said, for 90 days, building myself up to it. I really haven't worked on my snatches so much. I've been doing swings and the cleans and the presses, but the actual snatch, I lower the weight to about 17 pounds right now, just to practice because it starts to hit your forearm and it really hurts. So that's that. Now, and with that, I went up in weight just in general, like swinging the kettlebell and things like that. I'm at 44 pounds. So I think it's 24 kg that I'm swinging. So I'm swinging pretty heavy. I'm able to single arm deadlift about 70 plus pounds. I haven't maxed out yet, but I'm having a great time doing the kettlebells every day. So I've continued past my 90 days. So it's still going. So here's the extra special highlight for my challenge for myself was jump roping. I wanted to be able to jump rope for 10 minutes. Can I do it? So I started out with 90 days at 3 minutes for the first month. And then I added 2 more minutes. So then I was jumping for 5 minutes. Then after I think maybe 2 weeks or so, I bumped up to 8 minutes. Then I bumped up to 10 minutes. And then I was like, I think I can jump for 15 minutes. So I went from 10 minutes of jumping rope to 15 minutes. And yes, I have them all on video just in case. And then, so around the 95th day, so into this new year, I was jumping one day in the fitness room and there was another guy. He was jump roping. And I told myself, I said, Poirsha, you are going to out jump him. Do not stop until he stops, period. So that was my challenge. So I'm jumping and he's jumping and I'm keeping time because my jump rope shows the time. It was about 18 minutes is when he stopped jumping. And I just had more energy and I just kept going. So I told you my max at this point was 15 minutes. We were at like 18 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I think I can do 25 minutes. So, so I jumped for 25 minutes. And I'm like, and I still, like, I was like, you know, I felt like, okay, whew, breathing hard, but like not heavy. I wasn't exhausted. I still had energy to go do my kettlebells. I felt great. Um, I still had more in my tank. And I was like, wow, how much more can I jump? If I already did 25 minutes, can I do 30? Can I do 35? What if I do 45 minutes? Can I do an hour of straight jumping? So I don't know yet. I did 25 minutes. That's my max so far, but I'm just going to keep jump roping because I love how it feels in my body. I love what it does for my mind. My mind and what I've learned in this 90 days is your body can do so much more than what you are allowing it to do. It's the mind that is weak. My mind can tell me all sorts of things. Oh, I'm tired. I can't jump rope. Oh, I don't feel well. Is that a little cramp in my stomach from something? Oh, I don't know. Did I not eat enough? Am I hungry? Like all these lame excuses, like, oh, my legs feel heavy. All these excuses. When you challenge yourself and you say, for 90 days, I'm going to do this every single day and I don't care, it flips on something else that's different. And I flipped on another switch in my mind and I just stuck with it. And like I said, yes, I had 3 days of random dispersed days that it didn't happen. But I knew that those are just one-offs, whatever. I'll be better. That's fine. And I just decided that I was going to go past the 90 days. So at some point I was like, I'm just going to make this my lifestyle. So I don't really care about, oh, okay, 3 out of the 90 days you didn't do it, because I just decided I'm just going to keep doing this. And now that I'm here in January, and yes, during the fires, some days I wasn't able to work out. Well, one, we had to close the gym and it's just mentally taxing. So that's how I know that it's not just the body that's preventing you from doing the work that you need to do in your body, showing up, doing your workouts. It's all about your mind. And we need to prepare the mind. We need to prepare the actual clothing, like prepare your gym bag. I literally have 3 bags over there that are for the gym. I have clothes for afterwards, for showering. I just have to pack. So we need to prepare with that so we can try to minimize the excuses that we give that prevent us from achieving the goals that we want to achieve. But I crushed my goals. I'm extremely proud of myself. I never, ever thought that I could even jump 25 minutes. That's wild in my mind. That is wild. One of my overall goals was I want to be able to run. I want to be able to just wake up and go run a mile with ease. That's what I want to be able to do. So I talked to my godmom, who's like a runner and she's been her whole life, and she's a track coach, and my god dad, who's a track coach, cross country coach. Like they're like my go-to running coaches. My godmom said, Poirsha, if you can jump for 25 minutes, you can definitely run for a mile. Of course you can. I'm like, really? So I haven't tried yet, but it's in my mind to try it and see how it goes. I'll have to have Uber come pick me up. Help! I'm falling. I can't get up. Help me, please. I thought I could, but I can't. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's get to the nitty gritties. Also in this challenge, I wanted to gain some muscle. All right. I was like, I think I can gain some muscle. All right. Life alert. Porscha's running a mile. I don't know if she can. All right. So here's my in-body. I did an in-body test. I did an in-body test in October, kind of before I started the challenge. Not really. It was a few, like 2 weeks into the challenge, but whatever. Who cares? I did the in-body test before, kind of, sort of, I did the challenge, and then after the challenge. So these in-bodies are 3 months apart. So here's the big deal with these results. I am plant-based. I have been plant-based at right now for 7 years. People are always asking, how do you get enough protein? How do you build muscle? How do you have your muscles? You don't even eat food. You don't eat. You eat rabbit food. I eat. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I eat food. I eat vegetables. I eat grains. Today I had Indian food. I eat. And my body just knows where to put this food and how to use it. So I did gain muscle, everybody. So here's where we are. So in October of 2024, some things I don't understand why, but it is what it is. My weight was 150 pounds. Right now, today, January, I'm 153. So I gained 3 pounds in these 3 months. Okay. I had 68 pounds of muscle. And now I have 69 pounds of muscle. I gained a pound in 3 months of muscle. I'm so excited. I was shooting for 70 pounds of muscle, just some arbitrary number. Like, can I have 70 pounds of muscle? I don't know. How am I going to do it? Well, I'm just going to keep training with kettlebells and jump rope and see what happens. So I gained a pound of muscle. So I knew it because my body looks like it and I feel more dense. I'm way more toned, more cut in my back and my arms and my chest, even in my legs. This booty, I definitely know, these fat pounds that I gained went to my butt. Here we go. I had in October 28 pounds of fat. Now I have 30 pounds of fat. I know where it went. Straight to this booty. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, so then my body fat percentage in October was 18.8%, and now it's 19.8%. So I went up a percentage in body fat. Now here's the cool part. For my arms, my left and my right arm in October, they were both, one was 6.68 pounds, the other one's 6.59 pounds. Right now, my arms are 6.94 pounds and my right arm is 7.01 pounds. So I went up in muscle in my arms. I mean, obviously it looks like it for sure. But here's the weird thing. My legs, I don't know, they got lighter somehow. So I had my left leg in October was 17 pounds. My right leg was 17.13 pounds. Now, my left leg is 16.47 pounds. Right leg is 16.67 pounds. So they went down in weight, but they're more chiseled, more toned. So anyway, your girl is heavy. All right. I'm 153.7 pounds. My goal is kind of trying to get to 155 pounds. I've never been this muscular at this weight ever before. What if I get to 160 pounds? That sounds scary. 160 pounds, but maybe like 72 pounds of muscle. So like 3 more pounds of muscle. I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm very happy with my results. And it's just, I feel like I'm a case study. I'm a case study for people who don't believe that you can live this lifestyle of not even weightlifting, because I didn't lift weights. This kettlebell is a new thing for me and I've enjoyed it. I've maintained my physique doing yoga and Pilates. So just body weight exercises. And then in 2021, I did start the Pilates training in the studio. So we're using springs as resistance. So I've done resistance training and body weight training, and I've been able to maintain this physique. And I haven't even started like weightlifting. That's what's crazy. And I think this is the year that I'm just going to do it. My whole life, I've been insecure about my body and how toned and muscular I've been, because it's been a source of conversation for as long as I've been alive. People have always commented on how big my thighs are, how strong they are, muscular. And then in the recent years, my arms, and yeah. So I've always not wanted to do, quote, too much so I don't look like manly, because that's what people like. No one really says it, but they said I look like steroids, like one of the nicknames was steroids just cause, or people felt like I was on steroids as a little girl. Like, it's weird. People are weird, but even though people making fun of my physique was more of, it's like a compliment. I think anybody receiving attention for anything is still attention, and it makes you feel insecure about the thing. I think about people who have like colorful eyes, like if they have like these ice blue eyes, and constantly people are like, oh my gosh, your eyes, or what's his name, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Hey, his eyes are insanely colored. And so that's what people talk about. Kelly Clarkson, he was on there and she was like, oh my gosh, your eyes, like, wow, what color are they? Like, she was just tripping. And it's like that kind of attention. I don't know if people like it. I don't know. But hearing about my thighs my whole life, like, oh my gosh, your legs, whoa, the thighs, whoa, thunder thighs, whoa. Not really something you want to show off or feel very proud of. So this year, January 2025, I decided that forget my insecurities. I'm just going to go hard at this gym, and I want to see what I can do with this body. Like, let me make it do what it do. And let me make some money off this body too. Okay? Because she out here doing her thing. But we need to get paid for it. And I want to get paid. So let's just see what I can do. And like I said, I'm my own case study for people who are just like, how does this person gain muscle still? I want to be the one who, when I die, I want to donate my body to people who dissect cadavers. Like, I want to be the cadaver so that they can know how I ate and look at the muscle tone and the this and the that, and hopefully people can learn from me and my lifestyle and know that they can, one, heal themselves on their own naturally, and that yes, you can fully function and have optimal health with a plant-based diet. You really can. And don't let these people tell you otherwise. Tell you that you're pretty much going to like disappear and be so hungry if you don't eat meat. They just want to feed you crap, and I refuse. Speaking of that, I picked these lemons from a tree. Look at these lemons. They're huge. Huge lemons. And if you scratch the skin of the fresh lemon, the smell is like no other. I don't know about grocery store lemons, if you can scratch the skin and smell it so fragrantly. I feel like you can use it as some kind of perfume. Just have like some oil and then use some little gratings of the lemon skin and put it on and rub it in. Let's get your gut health balanced. Did you know instead of taking pills for probiotics, you can eat food and drinks with probiotics in it? Consuming real food is my number one choice and first recommendation for all of my clients needing to improve their gut health. Can you guess which kind of food it is? Yes, it is fermented foods. Fermenting Fairy is a fantastic company whose products are formulated to feed and support gut health. I found this company, I started buying from them, and I am a fan. My favorite part is it's all plant-based. They have so many delicious varieties. They have ginger applesauce, cinnamon applesauce. I still eat applesauce as a snack. There's a variety of sauerkraut flavors, caraway and fennel, dill, ginger, carrot, lemonades with lavender, elderberry, ginger, all kinds of coconut milk kefir. Right now, a brand new vanilla spice pear sauce and a new tart cherry lemonade. I'm hungry talking about it. So go to their website, fermentingfairy.com, use discount code PORTIAFIT to receive 15% off your orders. And DM me at PortiaFit Podcast to tell me which foods and beverages you love the most. I want to transition into my Poirsha Fit community. One thing that I've been grappling with and debating, just going back and forth, is do I want to do the group? Do I not? I spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time creating my Poirsha Fit Club community on a Mighty network on this online virtual platform. With the fires that have gone on, it felt like it was maybe inappropriate to market my online group because it is a paid group. But also what I felt was needed during this pandemic is that we need a community of people to turn to. When there's life and crises going on, who do you go to talk to? It would be nice to have a friendly, welcoming, warm group of people to communicate with when you're going through tough times, and people that you feel comfortable being vulnerable with. So I thought that. I was like, you know what, Porsche? This is actually what people need. And I felt a sense of community with my clients, like thinking about them through the fires and needing to reach out and text all of them and making sure they're okay and all of those check-ins. And some of my clients are so sweet. Like, you can come here if you need, just let me know. We'll be home. I'm just having that. I just felt so loved. And I think we need these groups so that we can feel that love that we're not getting every single day. Because we're not. I don't know what all of our different lives are like, but we're all very busy. We can get all caught up in our own dramas that we create in our mind, our own stressful woes, that we forget that there are other people who are also going through dramas. And it would also be nice to talk to other people about what's going on with ourselves. So I am going to go forward and launch my community. I will do another live. I'm just going to go live each week. I want to launch this community in February, and it is called the Porsha Fit Club, and it's a online monthly membership group where I'm teaching fitness classes and I'm teaching holistic health practices. And we will get on a phone call once a week to talk about our challenges and our health journeys, our successes that we're having. I'm going to be leading the group, so we'll have monthly themes. You'll get at least minimum 3 fitness classes a week that I will be posting for all of you. And what's really special about this group is that I am going to cater the classes to the members in the community. So if you're in my community, you're going to have a form. You'll let me know what your limitations are in your body and what your fitness level is at. And then I'm going to create classes for you and for everyone else also. It's going to be fantastic. It's something that I've wanted to do for years now, and I've paid so many thousands of dollars to figure out how to create these communities, how to reach the world is what I'm really trying to do. Global reach of speaking on holistic health of the mind and of the body, how to be mentally fit and how to be physically fit, because we need both. We're missing a lot of pieces in our lives, and I really think it's the mental fitness, but some people, they have the physical, they don't have the mental, or they have the mental, but you don't have the physical. And I don't think you can have strong mental fitness without physical fitness. Like, those two just go hand in hand. So it's like, which is the one that's holding you back? Is it the body or the mind? Really, ultimately, I believe it's the mind. So all things start from the mind. And at least when you have a group of people in a community, that gives you a sense of belonging. We all as human beings want to belong. So that's what this group is going to give you, that feeling of I belong here. I belong somewhere. And that's the feeling, honestly, that I feel when I'm at Equinox. When I was a member back in 2017, I just felt every time I stepped foot into Equinox, like, oh, I belong here. And that says a lot, being a Black woman in the Valley, which I'm not going to go into now. But being a pretty much a Black girl growing up in a white world, to feel a sense of I belong here is a huge thing to feel emotionally. So Equinox is where I felt I belonged. I felt I was amongst my people, my like-minded people. And I want to create this same kind of culture with my people, because Equinox, they're my people. I love being there every single day that I get to wake up and I have clients, I have classes to teach. I am so excited. Like, I don't know how to explain it to people, but to wake up and to be excited to just step there, to just drive into the parking lot, just to be in this space. I love it. I love it. They've created an amazing culture, and that's what I want to create for my group, for my people, because one, not everybody wants to pay Equinox money. Because I've been going there since 2017 and none of my friends have gotten memberships at Equinox. I've made friends with my clients and my students at Equinox, which I'm so grateful for. So not everybody wants to go there. And there are people who love taking my classes who are not at Equinox, who are not even close by. So my solution is I got to do it online. I need to create classes. I need to create a community online so we all can come together and talk about holistic health and holistic fitness, because this is the one thing that matters the most to me. It's how to heal myself naturally. I don't want medications. I don't want surgeries. We don't need them. That's how I feel. I don't need them. I want to be able to do the preventative measures every single day so I don't have to get to that point. So that is through eating. It's changing the whole way I eat. It's eating more consciously. So let's become conscious eaters, right? Let's be conscious thinkers. So how do we use our mind to make better decisions? And these are minds that aren't influenced by the social media and like, oh my gosh, TikTok is disappearing and being up in arms about all this stuff. It's like, let's focus on our health. Instead of worrying about some platform, how is your health? How is your blood pressure? Right? Are you able to up and go, to run, to move, to jump, to bend over, to grab your stuff? Can you pick things up properly? Or are you in pain every day? Let's start bringing the intention from outside worrying about whatever dramas are going on to start worrying about what's going on with my body. What's going on with my mind? Checking in, how do I feel today? When you wake up in the morning, what are the thoughts that are running through your mind? What are you saying to yourself in the morning when you wake up? What does your alarm say when it wakes you up? My alarm says, "Wake up, sunshine." And of course, I have a second alarm. My second alarm says, "Good morning, sunshine." Because I want to wake up with positivity. I want to wake up to myself saying something loving to myself. And I will give this credit to my mom, who she taught us that. My mom is a gentle parent. She was gentle parenting before gentle parenting was a thing. My mom is very loving in the way that she speaks, very kind. So she wanted to wake us up in the mornings, my sister and I. So she woke us up. She would just be like, "Girls, girls." And she would sing to us to wake us up. And she said she did that because at least she said no matter what goes on in our day, at least we got to start our day positively. Now, when our stepdad woke us up, we hated when our stepdad woke us up because he's such a man and he's heavy-handed. He'd be on that door. "Bam, bam, girls, get up." My sister and I be like, "Oh, man." But it's just starting your day out with love. At least something to protect yourself, to guard yourself from the craziness of the day. When as soon as you get in the car, who knows where your thoughts are going to go. There was a time when I had road rage like crazy. I've worked on it for years. It was just like a switch that flipped whenever someone would honk at me. Oh, she was crazy, you guys. She was crazy. She had to go. We had to put that version of Poirsha to rest. She was too much. We need a gentle version of myself. So I'm thankful that I've been working on creating this gentler version of myself. And I believe that's what this holistic lifestyle journey is about. And anyone, I'm not saying that you need to go plant-based in order to make that happen. Absolutely not. You don't have to. It's your own evolution of yourself that you see for yourself is what you're trying to get to. And that's what I want to help you along with. So you can eat meat. Not everybody doesn't need to eat meat. I just don't. Like, my body says I don't need it. I don't need the dairy. We're good on that. We can still build muscle. We can still be strong. We can still be flexible. We don't need that. Everybody's needs are different. So that's what this group is about. And it is going to launch February. I'm not going to not do it, because I know that it's what we need. And I know it's what we need. It's because it's what I need. I need all of you for support. I need all of you because I need to be able to teach every day. This is a recent realization. If I'm not teaching, like if I have, let's say, a day where I don't have a lot of clients, there's a time during the holidays where there isn't many clients because they're all traveling and gone. I'm going crazy because it's like I don't feel like myself. I'm not as bubbly. I don't feel like I'm spending my time on this planet well enough. I feel I have so much more to give when I'm not teaching. So I know that people give me life. And all of you, so many people are where I was. You're just now realizing, oh, I don't even know who I am, or I'm this person and I don't even like this person that I am, or I just want to be a better version of myself. That's where I was 8 years ago before I started my yoga training. I was like, I just felt this energy inside of me that I wanted to be gentler. I wanted to be less competitive. Like I wanted to be softer. People always told me I was very rigid and I was all about my business and I really wasn't fun. I was very serious. I took life seriously. But I was very successful because I showed up, I knew what I wanted and I went after it and I accomplished it. But as that saying goes in this book, which I never read the book, I didn't need to because this says everything. What got you here won't get you there. It might be something like that, but that's what's in my mind. That energy, that fiery energy that got me to this point in my life, it's not going to get me to where I want to be. I have to be calmer. I have to be like water. I have to be more go with the flow of life. I need to be more like that. And I can't be that if I'm like overly competitive and I'm trying to like always win. Trophies mattered when I was growing up and in college playing. Trophies don't matter once you're an adult in the real world. And now, especially when I have my clients, there's no competition with any of them. I'm here to help them. I'm here to hold space for my clients, for my students. I'm here to love them because they are in places where I've been. And I want to be the guiding light. I want to show them that, hey, I was in your shoes too. And I just stuck with this work. And I got myself over the hump. I got myself out of that space and into a much better space. And there are my coaches, my teachers who I looked up to and I look up to. They're where I want to be. So I'm on my path too. So we're all on this path in different places, but we can all recognize, maybe that's where I was. Maybe that's where I am. Maybe there's where I want to be. And so I can relate to people now. I can say, okay, yes, that was Poirsha back then. So I know how to communicate with my students and people without being triggered and getting offended because people feel a certain way or say certain things. I'm able to see them with open arms and with a loving heart. So that's what this group is going to be about, the Poirsha Fit Club. I'm even creating a what do you call it? Like a shield. I can't even think of the name right now, but like a logo for the group, and it's going to be on our little clothing. Maybe we'll have like a members only jacket. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be like a real club. The reason why I chose like a club, because I played soccer my whole life. So in soccer, we had clubs. And then in world football, there are clubs, So it's the Poirsha Fit Club, like a team. We are a team and we are a winning team. We are winners and we focus on winning because that's what I do. No matter how gentle and woo-woo I get into the yoga space and meditation space, listen, we got to hit our goals. Whatever goals that is, we must achieve them. It is not okay to not achieve your goals. Maybe we got to rework the goals or extend the goal, but it's not okay to not have goals and not meet them. So Yes. That's it. Winners. Okay. We winning. So that's what we're all about. We're all about winning and achieving and accomplishing and conquering whatever is in our way. It's unacceptable in 2025, that's what I'm saying, to be wanting to have a certain physique, to wanting to be a certain type of person, to wanting to eat a certain way, and you're still not doing it. That's unacceptable. It's time to live your dream life right here, right now. There's no more waiting. So let's live our dreams. I'm committed. I'm finally like ready to show up and be here for the long haul. So winning is everything, accomplishing goals. Let's do it. I'm here. I'm your captain, your team coach, whatever. And then what's great about it is it's not all about me, it's about all of you. So it's about the success of the group as a whole, which is exciting. And I would just love to be a part of that winning team. All right. So I'm just drafting the players right now. So all of you can actually go to the link in my bio and you can check out my landing page for the community that's going to be launching in February. I spent a lot of time on that landing page. So please read it. I hope you enjoy the photos. And then there are some videos you can look at to see if I'm the type of class that you want to take. Like, do you even want to listen to me instructing you? There's videos in there so you can see if you like my teaching style, to see if we'll work out together. All right. Well, that is it for today's episode. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for Instagram Live for watching in. And I will be back next week with your episode. All righty. Bye.